We'll start with Tom Barkley from The Sun.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, okay.
Yeah, good, thank you. You're talking about being quite a confident person there, but I remember a few years ago, I think your contract at Chelsea was running out. It was a bit sort of unsure what was going to happen in your future. Did you feel like, when you think about it now, you're now the captain of the England 21s, is there a bit of a slight pinch me moment on that front? And also, do you feel like playing for the England 21s gave you that opportunity to really show what you could do, because you weren't really getting much game time elsewhere at the time?
I don't think I understand the question, sorry. Do you mind repeating that, please?
Okay. I guess being the England 21 captain now, I think it was a few years ago, I think your contract was running out at Chelsea and was a bit unsure what your future sort of was going to be. Do you now look back and think, as in, is there a certain sort of pinch me moment now that you're now the captain, given back then maybe that would have been so far from the future to think that you could get to this level, and you're also an established, now a Premier League player as well?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think back then, I think it was just negotiations. Really, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I think it was negotiations, but yeah, there's definitely that pinch me moment, like you are talking about. Even now, just thinking how far I've come, and just to be named captain, it's an honor. I'm very privileged, even humbled by the situation. So very, very grateful. Established Premier League player. I'm not too sure I'm an established Premier League player yet, but I hope to be one day. But like you said, it's an honor. It's an honor for me to be captain of this team.
And just you were asked about John Terry earlier. I remember you saying that he was an idol a couple of years ago when we spoke to you after one particular game, and you're talking about the type of captain you want to be and be quite vocal. I mean, he was obviously quite a vocal captain. So do you see yourself going down that sort of that mold of that Terry was, in terms of being very, very vocal on the pitch?
Maybe not as vocal as him, because I think we're two different people, but definitely someone that's very perceptive in the way that I see things and the way I want to make my message come across to the players. I definitely do want to be vocal, because I do think communication, especially as a centre back, is extremely important. Just as John Terry showed in the way he was playing back then, but we're two different people. I'm completely different, so I definitely take bits of the way he led and want to implement it in the way I want to as well.
And just finally, I think you said a couple of years ago that he still stayed in touch. I was wondering, maybe not since becoming the captain of the 21s, because it's just happened, he might not have messaged you, but since you got your move to the Premier League and he's been following your progress, has he been in touch and said, congratulations and keep it going?
Oh no! I've not been in touch with him of late, but I'm sure in his future endeavours, as a manager, hopefully he does really well and stuff like that.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Tom. We'll go to Jack next from The Standard.
Hi, Mark.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask, earlier you spoke about how it was a difficult decision to leave Chelsea. Obviously, Crystal Palace would have pushed hard to sign you, and there's an exciting project there. But what did you have to weigh up when you were making that decision to leave Chelsea after such a long time?
Just as you touched on there, the fact that I've been there for so long and have known practically no other place than Chelsea. I've grown up at Chelsea. I've been there since, like I said, since the age of 7. Gone through the ranks, gone through the youth team. Known so many people that have helped me get to this point. So it was very much a family-orientated place that I felt really part of. And so to leave there was very, very tough decision. But, I'm grateful for the opportunity that Palace presented me, and, to be a Palace player right now is fantastic. And to be playing in the Premier League with them as well is even better. So I'm very grateful.
Was there something from either side, either a conversation with Chelsea or Palace, that convinced you that now was the time to make that permanent move and not a loan of any sort?
I think the decision was taken more with my family, just I rely on them a lot and they're there to support me a lot. I think more talking with my family and, having that conversation about what was needed at the time. And I think, a move to the Premier League, an established Premier League club like Palace was the best thing, yeah.
And just very quickly on Palace, finally, there's obviously been a lot of change, and you wouldn't have been there to experience it last season, but how's it been settling with so many new faces at that club? There's a lot of you there arriving and not really knowing how it works. How's that experience been?
No, it's been good. I think there's a lot of established players that are already there anyway, so they make it easy for us new boys coming in. Also, like you said, I'm not the only one that's come in, so there are a few. So you're not the only one getting used to a new environment and a new place. You're there with others, so it's really exciting and get to know other people. Get to know other people's backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's really good and just really excited for the future.
Great. Cheers, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. Molly Hudson from the Times.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, okay.
Yeah, good, thank you. We was just speaking to Lee, and he was talking about kind of the development that you made at Swansea, and I suppose it's been a kind of similar thing for a couple of the other lads in the squad that have kind of gone on loan, and it's really benefited them. I guess how much of a big moment was that for you, but also, for some of the other lads, do you think there is a real sort of desire now to get those minutes rather than to maybe sit on a bench or sit in a squad where you're not getting as much game time?
Yeah, I think it was really critical for me to go out on loan and to go to a club like Swansea that the manager at the time, Steve Cooper, really wanted me to go there, and it was also my decision to go there as well because of what they were presenting to me and telling me that I was going to play, and I'm grateful that I did play, and I learned so much from so many players there. So to get those minutes were critical, to molding me and making me experience, men's football, which is fantastic. And I know a lot of the boys in this group at the moment are in that as well. And I think it's fantastic, for boys our age to be playing at this level, So I hope everyone just does well and, has a similar experience to mine because it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Molly.